First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got what's always a hard-hitting battle in the NFC North, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Caleb going to throw right away. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early. Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Williams. These guys running back out of the backfield. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
Where's the contain there? And yes, that's a question because that was just a simple drop-off, but he hits the Jets, and all of a sudden, the seas part in front of him. A huge result there to flip the field and what was a fairly innocuous play call.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. Throwing is Williams. DJ Moore. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Swift again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Disastrous outcome there on 3rd and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it.
And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. He's got the Michigan man, Colston Loveland. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Heck of a move, but only able to work his way down near the 23. His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd down and 9. Now a give, right side, Swift. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Now that was a big run. It takes them all the way down to the 1-yard line, and that'll shake the confidence of any defense. So when they're looking for a little bit of support now, looking at their defensive coordinator, if I'm him, I dial up some pressure. I just go after him, because otherwise you're still playing back on your heels.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. DeAndre Swift punching it in from a yard away. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Lions, nothing.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now run by Gibbs. And he stopped immediately there. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Finding Williams once more, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11, 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They work now on 2nd and 9. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's back.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are back within a score.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. Second down and 3. As they've got it as we resume action. To the air, Williams. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw, Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They run with a 4th-round pick, Roschon Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Looking to throw is Williams. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
That's complete to his rookie 2nd-round pick. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw. Williams. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 13. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Santos' kick is up and through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Finds Gibbs on a check down. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Off play action. Here's Goff. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Goff. This pass down the field for Gibbs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
It's a gain of 9.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
That stop made by Jack Campbell.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 2nd down and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have the Bears 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is 2nd and 8. They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the 1st half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Back to throw. Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he's stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try.
A 53-yard attempt.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Here's Goff. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
To throw is Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Second and a couple. Goff. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. He'll drop this one off to Swift. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down there. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Here's Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on third down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
Swift going to try up the middle. Able to fight through one tackle. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Brings up second down at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, it's second and 3. Throwing is Williams. That is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Williams. That is caught. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man down the field, that's Burden. Oh, he's brought down, and remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. 36 yards on the play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime,
They're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he goes out right around the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Goff now looks to throw. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, it's Williams. He finds his man, complete. It's Kramer. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 9. Once again, it's Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. To throw, it's Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
On the handoff, this is Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd and 11. Williams loses the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Goff. He'll get this one to Patrick. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 2. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Goff now looking to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd and 5. St. Brown in motion right. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He'll go right back to St. Brown. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
And less than a yard.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
On 4th down, Goff. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Marcus Davenport brought him down, the UTSA product.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stepped out and down the line of scrimmage.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Bears punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. Yeah, Detroit back in possession of the football. Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
45-yard line.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that hole right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Williams from the gun on third down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Hand off now to Gibbs. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Now Goff. Finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Gone. Oh, a short pass here taken in by Laporta. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Goff throwing again. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. Only able to gain a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Lions first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
Here's Goff. This one swung out to Montgomery. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's Goff. He finds his man complete. It's Patrick. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Goff going to keep it himself. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
St. Brown motioning left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and here's Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the fourth.
The kicker on.
Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it and catch it. And he gets it done.
13.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
Here's Williams. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, this offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second, this is a 1-score game. So they're still very much in this, and they're on the move here with a first down.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Moore, the man in motion. To the air, Williams. And he's got the hook up to Moore. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
And it's 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Working out of the gun, Williams. Pressure comes and down he goes. Aleem McNeil able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That'll be caught. It's Sam Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now Ben Johnson's talked it over with his guys upstairs, and out comes the red challenge flag. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Read option. This is Gibbs. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. It'll go as a gain of 4. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. This is caught inside the 15. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10.
What a call there on 3rd down. Took conviction, didn't it? If this is incomplete, the complexion of this game changes dramatically. Instead, not only is this a 1st down, but it's a big play to boot.
They'll run with Gibbs. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now Goff. And it's caught.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Goff now to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Aiden Hutchinson in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. They'll come up now on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, they picked up yardage, but they've got to get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it. They've got one timeout left. Want to save it.
This is 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down all the way inside Detroit's 20.
Huge play there. Now, do you use that timeout or try to hustle it up?
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. And we've got a timeout.
33-yard attempt.
9 seconds remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. He's hit 2. He's missed 1. This for the win. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Lions now. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, they put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go, and move on to the next series.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
One last throw here for Goff. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say